So the amp simulators and guitar pedals here in GarageBand are very cool, but what if you want to use your own guitar pedals with your GarageBand iOS setup? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete, and this is Studio Live today, where I help you create, record, and release your best music. Now, as I mentioned, we've got some great amp simulators. You can use your stomp boxes, your guitar pedals here in GarageBand, but what if you've got something like this, the old classic Boss Distortion DS1 or a Dunlop Jimi Hendrix wah, and you wanted to hook these up to get that custom sound into GarageBand? Well, it's easier than you might think, and in this video, we're going to jump in and show you how. So I'm going to set up here on the bench to start with, just so that you can easily see everything set up. Obviously your pedals would normally go on the floor, but I thought this might be easier to see. So the first thing we need to do is get our iRig, and we need to connect that to the right end of our iPad like that. So that's just going to connect in there, and that's all the connection we need. We now need to get a guitar cable into this end here. So here's one I prepared earlier. We'll click that in there. So that is connected to that end. Then we need to grab the other end of our guitar cable, which is down here, and that needs to go into the output of our guitar pedal, in this case the Boss DS1. So that is connected up out of there. Now the last thing we need is, of course, to connect up a guitar. So we're going to grab yet another guitar cable. You will need two cables at least for this setup. One end's going to go into our guitar, like so, and the other end is going to go in to our input of our Boss DS1 distortion pedal. And you can see there that our light comes on, and now when we click the pedal off and on, it will turn on the light, which means that we are good to go. This has a 9-volt battery in it, so it's ready to play. So that's all connected. The only other thing we need to do now is grab a pair of headphones and connect those to the other end of this iRig, so we can actually monitor the audio that we're going to be recording. And whenever I reach for headphones, I reach for the Sennheiser HD280 Pro. I did a video on these recently. These are closed back headphones, which makes them ideal for monitoring and multi-track recording. So we'll throw these on, and we'll connect this other end into the headphone jack, like so, and now that is it. So all we need to connect a pedal here in GarageBand is to have our guitar connected into the pedal connected into the iRig connected into the iPad or the iPhone, and we are good to go. And once again, if you don't have an iRig, or if you have a device that has a lightning port only, no headphone jack, then you can use a digital interface. You just need something that's going to get your 1/4-inch jack into your iPhone or your iPad. Okay, so here we are set up now. I've got my guitar ready to play. We've got the amp simulator here. The first thing we need to do is select which amp we want. So we're going to tap on more sounds, and yeah, let's go. So we've got clean, crunchy, distorted, and processed. We'll start with the clean one. We'll go with the chrome clean. So we'll tap on that. And the next thing we need to do is up the top here is tap on the little jack here, and then we can leave that on automatic. Sorry, we can leave that on manual at the moment. We can set it to automatic if we didn't want to control our gain, but I like to have control over my input gain. And then the thing we need to do to hear our guitar is tap on monitor. So if we flick that monitor on, now when we play our guitar, we can play along there. The next thing that's probably a good thing to do is to tune up. So we can tap on the tuner here, and we can tune up. I'm mostly in tune, so we'll leave that for now. Now, you probably be aware, or if you're not, you can check out the videos I have about how to use the amp simulators here, but we can adjust all of the settings on our amp here, and we can even go into our stomp boxes and our pedals here and play around with those. But today, we're going to be using our very own stomp box here, our guitar pedal, to record some distorted tunes. So let's play around so we can record a part that was just clean, but if we hit the distortion, you can hear it kick in there. And then of course we can dial in and turn that down a little bit on there. And then we can just play along. So let's just record a little bit of distorted guitar using the Boss DS1 here and see what we can come up with. All right, so We'll turn that off. So you can hear there that it's just the pedal that's creating that distortion. That's the whole point of the pedal, but you're actually getting quite a clean guitar tone into the iPad using even just this very cheap device. So if you use a better device, you get an even better tone, but there's nothing wrong with that tone that we're getting through there at the moment. All right, just for some fun, let's grab my wah pedal and let's put a bit of a wah over the top of this. I'll actually show you how we can chain up 2 different pedals and record those here into the iPad. Okay, here we go. We've got our pedals on the floor now because a wah pedal's not much good if you can't actually use your foot. Over here on the iPad, we're going to add a new track. In fact, let's duplicate this track just to keep it simple. So we use the same amp there that we had in the first one. We'll just go back into our amp here, make sure that we turn our monitoring on. Yes, it is on, so we're good to go. There you go, we had our wah on. So that is going to be all good. Now let's put the wah as we play can sound. Yeah, let's play the lead part to go along with that with our wah pedal here. In fact, let's add distortion as well. Alright, let's hit record and record a little solo here, or a little lead part. Okay, so not the greatest performance in the world, but you get the point here that we have so much flexibility using our external gear, and you can do all sorts of cool funky things like hook these through a microphone if you wanted to, other instruments, a keyboard through your pedals, anything that is going to output a 1/4 inch signal that you can plug an instrument into, you can play through here in GarageBand. You're not limited to just the virtual instruments here, and you can see that we've been able to record 2 tracks that are quite unique, that even though we have distortion and we have wah in GarageBand, we don't have these pedals in GarageBand. So in the end, we get a sound that sounds a bit like this. So there you go, another cool way to add some spice and variety into your GarageBand tracks here in GarageBand on your iPhone or your iPad. If you've got any comments, questions, suggestions, or ideas that you have for ways that we can connect other things to GarageBand, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks for sticking around. If you'd like to check out 2 more videos all about recording guitars in GarageBand, there are 2 links right down below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking up in the Studio Live Today icon in the top right corner, or head on over to studiolivetoday.com for even more audio goodness.